Hi. Okay. We're gonna put on some makeup today. Okay, so we're gonna start with their faces. We're just gonna take a little bit of bronzer, whatever kind, whatever color works best for their skin tone. Usually it's like a couple shades darker. We're gonna go forehead, a little bit under the cheekbone. Have them suck in their cheeks a little bit. And then a little under the neck. Forehead, under the cheekbone, neck. Okay, then blush. So the same thing, just whatever works for their skin tone. And we don't want them to be too heavy. So it's just a little bit extra, just to brighten their faces with the stage lights. So just a little bit on the apples of the cheek and then up and out. And that's it for their face. They don't need foundation or anything like that. Eyeshadow. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do this little lightish pearly pinky shade. Because it's so light, I'm going to take my flat brush and I'm going to get it a little wet, just so that it helps it show up. You can use water, setting spray. You can quick run under the sink. So it's just damp more than wet. Okay, so getting some of that on. And I'm going over the whole, going from the inner corner all the way out to the outside. Okay. Next, with a fluffier brush, we're going to use this taupey pinky color. I'm going to swirl that around, tap off any extra, and just go above the crease, kind of just slightly under the brow bone. If you can get them to keep their eyes open when you do this, it'll be a lot easier to see what the final product is. So we all have different eye shapes, and sometimes when you do it with the eyes closed, you get too close to the crease, and then when that opens, you can't see that shade unless they've closed their eyes. So it does help if the eye stays open, and then you can really see what it's gonna look like when they have their eyes open, which is how they're gonna be most of the time. Then with a little smaller brush, the darkest purple shade. Go in lightly because it is pretty dark. You can always build it up, but we're keeping this pretty light. So same thing as with the lighter shade, but just a little bit, not as blown out, not as far up the eye. So just a little purple right where the eye creases. And that's that. I'm going to take that fluffy brush again and just kind of blend it out. For them, we just like with the face, we don't want it too heavy. So go more on the lighter side, because their faces are so small and cute. We don't want a super dark eye, because then that'll kind of close off and they'll just have these dark hollow circles. when they're on stage, and we don't want that. So no eyeliner, just that shimmer shade on the lid, fluffy brush with this matte light pink, and then go in with a smaller brush for that darker purple. Then for them, just a little bit of mascara. No lashes, just some mascara. Okay, and then for lips, just a neutral pink rosy color gloss. So nothing that's hot pink, no red, just their natural lip color, just a little bit darker. Ooh. So more of like a tinted gloss. Okay, and that's it for their faces. Hair. Space buns. Okay. So some things that you will need: hair ties, bobby pins. I recommend bobby pins, not hairpins. Hairpins are open and they tend to be a little flimsier than a bobby pin would be. It's magnetic. Okay. So brush out the hair. Part it down the middle all the way. And then secure the one side so it's out of the way. And then put the other side up in a hair tie. Trying to get it as smooth as you can before you put the hair tie in. Because then you can brush it all the way through, where if the hair tie was in, you're just pushing it back and it's getting all lumpy by the hair tie. And at this point I would go in with, I use spray gel and hairspray. So get that super smooth. We don't want it too far to the side of the head, and you don't want it too close to the center. So kind of think like from the nose to the center of the eyeball, and that's kind of where I would put the ponytail. Okay, one done. Second one. The smoother you can get it before the hair tie, the easier the whole process is, because then you're not going back and trying to lay it smooth once it's already grounded with the hair tie. Smooth. If you can get like a brush that has tighter bristles, it helps the smoothing process. Gel as we go. One part that we kind of, I always forget is the bottom part. Making sure that is smooth. Make sure they're even. Okay. Now for the bun part. What I like to do is twist the hair and then start wrapping it around. And then bobby pin as you go, so that way nothing is, it's not pulling away from you and getting vertical. So twist and then start going around and use your bobby pins. For most of the time, I don't open the bobby pin. I have it like that. I stab the straight end. I get hair from the bun there and then pull it down and in. And you don't have to go in. You can go kind of sideways, and that helps so that not all the bobby pins are stabbing into the center. So if you kind of go sideways, it's kind of hard to see, but lay them flat this way rather than going in, take the hair and go sideways. Twist. Not sure what I'm going to do with that spiky bang. And going all the way around. And then tuck the tail and bobby pin. And then for these little guys, these ones I would open it and then kind of push it like that, and some gel and hairspray. Real good. And if you have a stubborn one, spray it and then kind of hold it in place and let the gel or the hairspray dry that way. That'll help it stick down. So same thing on the other side. Twist and bobby pin as you go. So take the straight edge of the bobby pin in and then scoop it down. So in, going up, and then I pull it down. So you want to make sure that your strategically placed bobby pins are going to give you the best hold, and then you don't have to use as many. But we want to make sure that the hair in the bun is being secured to the hair on the scalp, so it's anchored there. So it should be fairly flat to the head, not sticking, not going outward. So it's two little buns, flat-ish to the head. And then if you're finding that there's just too many flyaways, you can use a hairnet just to help keep everything in place. So you would do the same process, just put a hairnet around and kind of tuck the extra in and pin it. And there we go. Mini hair and makeup.